What's the deal? What's the deal? You already know who it is. It's your favorite Auntie Pooh. And I know y'all like, well, damn, Auntie Pooh. I'm like, I know. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I have some stuff going on with family. And every day I was supposed to do a video, I was either getting calls from the job. It was something going on. Like, I'm not even lying to y'all. Like, bro, now I'm sick. But I was like, I gotta put out the story. So you already know. Welcome to the series of what? Married Man. You know, season 2. New revelations, new things. So, different situation, different people. But with this one, it's a little more raw. Because it's just real cutthroat. So let's get into it. I done made y'all wait long enough. Ain't gonna make y'all wait no longer. So, like, check this out. One day, me and my cousin, you already know who it was. Kanani. You already know. So one day we at my house in Compton, we sit there chilling. She like, what you doing today? I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna see what's up with Stephanie and them. She like, okay. I ain't Stephanie. I'm like, what you doing? She like, nothing. And it's not this other girl, Stephanie. This is another Stephanie, right? Stephanie like, I'm going to this party. I'm like, what party? She like, it's a strip party. I'm like, it's a strip party. She like, yeah, I'm dancing. I'm like, you dancing? She like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna come there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I'm going. So I end up going because I need to go. I go. So I get me an outfit or whatever. Me and the other homegirl, we end up going. Me and Shay end up going, right? So me and Shay end up going to the little strip party. When we get in there, the dude like, shit, y'all want to dance? We like, He like, you sure? He like, shit, all you gotta do is pay the $40 out the door, like, but you could dance. Whatever you keep, whatever you make is on you. Shay like, hell yeah. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. And then Shay like, nah, I'm just playing. I'ma sit here and I'ma chill. So Stephanie in the back, I let her know I'm there or whatever. He like, you can go talk to her. I go to the back or whatever. I'm talking to her. I'm like, you really finna dance? Because now when we get there, we realize it's a hole in the wall, right? She like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So she get ready in the back. I go back to the front. I order me a drink. I roll. At the time, I was smoking Phillies. I roll me a Philly. Nigga, and I'm smoking. I'm chilling. So this dude come to the table. He ain't my type, but he Shay type. You know what I'm saying? He come to the table. He like, how you doing? Shay like, hi. He like, whoa, talking to her. She like, She liked the nigga, you know what I'm talking about? But I ain't really tripping off of him because it was just something about the way he walked that I just didn't like. And I'm gonna be real. I had no other reason to think anything of this man, but I ain't like the way he walked. No. I ain't like the way he walked at all. So a couple of girls start coming out there dancing, da 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 da. I'm tipping one girl, but I'm really waiting on my homegirl to come out. So she finally come out, and she one of the baddest ones there. I ain't even gonna lie. So we tipping her and shit, having a good time. I'm dancing over, giving her money. You know what I'm talking? We have a good time. I go get me another drink. So while I'm getting my drink, I'm standing at the bar, and as soon as I get my drink, somebody bumped into me. And I turn around, I'm like, well, damn. He like, my bad. I'm like, yo, bad. I'm like, damn, my nigga, you just fucked my outfit up. He like, my bad, little mama. I'm like, my man, my name ain't little mama, bro. Like, my name Pooh. He like, all right, Pooh. He like, even though I know that ain't what your mama named you. I'm like, it don't matter. I'm like, damn, bro, you just fucked up my outfit and my shoes. He like, man, calm down. He like, man, he like, on Bloods, I can replace that. Like, I don't wanna, like, just shine me off. I'm like, I don't need you to replace nothing. But I ain't really looking at the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just pissed off. So the bartender like, no, chill out, baby. I got you. I'm finna hook your drink up. Like, I got you. So it was out them little plastic cups, the little clear ones or whatever. So, they easy to break or whatever. But he had filled that bitch up there into the rim. I was like, okay, I ain't even tripping. Like, fuck this outfit. It's a hole in the wall anyway. Everybody know I've been flying this motherfucker. So I go back to the table, and Shay like, what's wrong? I'm like, man, I'm like, some weird ass nigga just bumped into me at the bar, like, goofy ass niggas. Like, niggas in here playing, like, right? That's what I say. Hold on, y'all, because I told y'all I'm sick. Oh, look at my Rudolph Red-Nosed ass nose. So she like, damn, like, niggas weird. I'm like, exactly, or whatever. So her friend come back over here, and he like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, man, I'm like, this dude just messed up my outfit. Like, I'm irritated. He like, man, don't worry about that. I got you. I'm like, nah, I'm straight. So she like, he got you. I'm like, nah, I'm straight. So she finished dancing. She come out. Now she doing like table to table dances, asking if anybody want to dance. So I get a dance. As I get a dance, I hear a voice from behind me like, I pay for it since I made you spill a drink. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, drop some money on my homegirl. Since niggas fucking up outfits remind you. I still ain't really looked at them because I'm low-key irritated. Plus, this like a bullshit hole in the wall. So it's like a regular chair, you know what I'm saying? So you can't do too much. None of this, you know? So I glance at him. But I ain't looking at him in no type of way because I'm irritated. You know what I'm talking about? He throw some money on the homegirl. She like, oh. I'm like, get your bread. You feel me? The lights come on because, you know, they done dancing. It's the end of the night. It's probably like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm talking about? And I like to see the alcohol on my shirt. I instantly get an attitude again. I'm like, hey, I'm out of here. Shay like, I'm good. I'm like, you good? I'll tell old boy, what kind of car you in? He like, I'm in that black truck outside. I'm like, well, come on, I need a picture of you. He like, what? I'm like, I'm not playing with you. I don't know you. I'm like, and you just want to take my friend off? Like, I need to know what kind of car you on. What if you try to kidnap her? He like, man, I ain't gonna kidnap her. He like, man, I did 15 years in jail. I ain't never going back. He like, I'm legit. I do construction. I do this. He like, you want to see my ID? I'm like, yeah, I want to see all that. He pull out his wallet. He like, man, she in good hands, I promise you. I'm like, okay, you know. So I walk into the car. As I walk into the car, you know, I'm by myself because at this point, Stephanie's thing, her dude, I didn't even mention that her dude is there to pick her up. Shay going with the nigga, and then it's just me. You feel me? So I walk into the car. I'm already on point because where we had to park, like the hole in the wall right here, but you gotta walk to the corner and go down a little bit to go in the parking lot where you can park. So I'm already looking. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm on. I hit the lock. Soon as I hit the lock, I get in the car, slam the door. When I hit the lock, as soon as I open my door, I always hit the close lock, right? And I get in my car and close the door. So for some reason, I was kind of nervous. Like, it was crazy. I was like, oh. So I start the car up. I go in reverse. All I hear is, boom. I'm like, what the fuck? So I don't want to go forward because the way I'm pulled in, I have nowhere to go. I'm towards a wall. So I see the person like kind of like get up, limp. I bag up. He like, hey, beating on the back of my beating on the back of my truck. Hey, you just hit me. You just hit me. I'm like, what? He like, man, you just fucking hit me. He like, bitches can't never drive. I'm like, motherfuckers don't know where they walking. Why the fuck would you walk behind a car? He was like, you was in park. I said, so that don't mean I wasn't gonna go in reverse, right? I'm like, you stupid. He like, no, you stupid. I'm like, no, you stupid. So I bag the car up, I pull out, and I throw it in reverse. He like, damn. So I see a couple of people walking in the parking lot. It's like 3 girls and like 4, 5 niggas. They like, damn, what happened? He like, man, she just fucking hit me. So once I see people, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'll jump out the car. I'm like, did nobody even hit you on purpose? Because why would you be walking behind my car if I'm bagging up? He like, because when I started walking past, she wasn't bagging up. I'm like, okay then. It's your job to be cautious. He like, you wasn't looking in the rear view. I'm like, man, whatever. The people laughing. So the other girl like, oh, that's Stephanie home girl. I'm like, yeah. She like, oh shit. So by then, Stephanie and they dude, they was in the corner because that's where everybody parked at. She like, what's going on? I'm like, this nigga walked behind my car. He like, no, she fucking ran me over. And I'm like, I didn't even try to run you over. He like, my fucking hand fucked up. So I kind of started feeling bad, like. And I'm like, okay, what you gonna do? You gonna go to the hospital? He like, I ain't going to no fucking hospital. So everybody dispersing, like, at this point, what is y'all gonna do? So I tell him, like, you want my insurance information? He like, fuck your insurance. I'm like, well, fuck it then. He like, oh, so you just gonna do a hit and run? I'm like, you gonna do a walk and run? Nigga, you the one walk behind my car. He like, stop saying I fucking hit myself. I'm like, well, technically you did. He like, no, you hit me with the car. I'm like, no, you walk behind my car. Like, nigga, it's a difference. He like, man, I'm not finna argue with no bitch. I'm like, I don't argue with bitch ass niggas. He was like, hey, he was like, look. He was like, look. Hey, I'm gonna apologize for calling you a bitch. He like, but I don't play that shit. I said, and I'm gonna apologize for calling you a bitch because I don't play that shit. So Stephanie like, y'all figure it out. I'm going. Her dude leave. He like, how the fuck I'm gonna drive? I'm like, where are you going? He like, I need to go to the motherfucking emergency room. I'm like, well, I guess I'll take you. He like, oh, you guess you will take me. I'm like, well, yeah, you ain't got nobody else to take you. I was like, I hope you ain't no murderer or nothing. He like, whatever I am, I can't do nothing because my hand messed up. I'm like, okay. So he was like, man, can you drive my car? I was like, absolutely not. He like, man, I can't leave my car right here. I'm like, I ain't leaving my car right here. He like, you really gonna make me drive with the right hand because he dropped? No, which one? It was this hand messed up. Yep, because I bagged up and he was walking that way. Yeah, it was this side of his body. The right side. Because he said he couldn't really drive with the left hand. That's what it was. And I was like, well, my car, I was like, I got a homegirl that don't stay too far. He was like, all right. So he was like, his hand really was hurting. He like, fuck. He was like, but I can make it a couple of blocks or whatever. I'm like, okay. So I dropped my car off. I told my homegirl, like, hey, my car here. Well, I'm like, you need to go somewhere. You can use it. Bitch, just be back. Well, she like, okay, cool. Not an issue. I get in his car. He get on the passenger side. We go to the hospital. Now, here we at Gardena Memorial, right? And by you, I don't even know this nigga name. I don't know nothing about him. So he done went up to the window talking to the lady. I'm sitting down. Because at this point, I'm like, I really got to be with him while he in the hospital. You feel me? So he come back with a little board and shit. And I'm looking at him. And he looking at me. And I'm looking at him. And he looking at me. So then he just started looking at the paper. And then in my mind, like, bitch, is he right-handed or left-handed? I don't know. He could be left-handed. But he was right-handed. So he trying to write the shit. I'm like, give me the fucking board. Like, give me here. You feel me? Give me here. I'm like, what's your name? He was like, I don't need no help. I'm like, you don't need no help? I'm like, what's your name? He like, Terry. I'm like, Terry. Alright, Terry. How your mama spell it? T-E-R-R-Y? Alright. And I was like, what's your middle name? Writing shit down. I'm like, you got medical insurance? He like, no. I'm like, oh, your pain, your level of pain, what level of pain you on? I'm doing all the little shit, right? I'm like, who your emergency contact? He like, hell, the motherfucker need to be you. I'm like, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Basically, get somebody else to do it. What's your mama name? All right, put your mama name. Now his phone ringing. His phone ringing. His phone ringing. He ain't picking up. He ain't picking up. He ain't picking up. Phone ringing. Phone ringing. Phone ringing. He ain't picking it up. So I go take the forms back. They end up calling him to the back. He like, come on. Well, we ain't no couple, right? So we end up walking to the back or whatever. They like, hey Terry. He like, hey. Well, they like, what happened? He was like, she hit me. I was like, hold up. I said, I did not hit him. I said, what happened was, I was in my car in a parking lot, dark. I said, I put my car in reverse to have lights. I backed up, and he was behind the car. The man was like, looking at us, and he was like, no, she hit me. He was like, because I stopped, and her brakes was on. Then as I started walking, she backed up. And so the doctor looked at us like, these motherfuckers crazy. So clearly the doctor think we a couple. He like, well, you know, a lot of domestic. I'm like, this ain't domestic. I'm like, I don't know him. He like, y'all don't know each other? He like, no, she hit me. I can't drive. Right? So doctor like trying to put his arm down. He like, He like, oh shit. The motherfucker that fractured his goddamn elbow and shit, girl. This motherfucker that had surgery. I'm like, how long the surgery? The man like 2 hours. I'm like, when he gonna be getting out? They like, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. Bitch, I gotta get to my car. I can't be in this man's car. Who's this man? I don't know Terry. So I call Stephanie. I'm like, girl, I done broke the man goddamn arm. She like, bitch, you going to jail. I'm like, why that gotta be the first thing I'm going to is jail? The first thing you want to say, I'm going to jail. I ain't going to jail. So she like, what you gonna do? I'm like, well, he in surgery right now. She like, surgery? I'm like, bitch, he in surgery. She like, oh, bitch. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, so, you know. She like, nah, I don't know. I'm like, what you don't know? She like, I don't know nothing. I'm like, oh, bitch. I can't stand some of my friends. I'm gonna be real with you. She like, well, you better go up there and play nice. I'm like, hell no, I ain't playing nice. He get out of surgery. Stephanie and them end up coming up there to show me some love and bring me some food and shit. And then I had got some extra food for him. Because I had asked him, could he eat, you know, when they get out. They was like, yeah, there ain't nothing going on with his stomach or nothing like that. I'm like, okay, cool. So they had brought us some Popeyes and shit. But she didn't come in the room. So I went up there. When he woke up, I was right there. I was like, hey, Terry. He was like, what's up, Pooh? And then he was like, hey. He was like, man, I know I'm high off meds. He like, I think I smell food. I'm like, you do? He like, I do. I'm like, yeah, you smell Popeyes. He like, oh. I'm like, hey. I said, look, I just want to tell you, I'm sorry for hitting you. You know what I'm talking about? He was like, man, you hit me hard as fuck. I said, man, I got a heavy foot. Because y'all know I drive like a NASCAR driver. You feel me? Sometimes I be, yeah, you know, when I'm in parking lots late night, bitch, I throw my car. I don't even give my car a chance to warm up, bitch. It be like, boom, boom. You know what I'm talking about? I be in reverse, man. I gotta go. So I knew I hit him hard. You know what I'm talking about? I knew I hit him hard. Because I got him not in the short distance, but like enough to where I could have did like this. Yeah, so yeah, I got him as I, you know. Thank God he was alright though. So I'm giving him some food, and as I'm wiping his face though, you know how you have surgery, my lips and stuff be dry, so they had the little stuff right there. So I'm putting it on his lips, and I'm wiping his face, and then I look at him. And like we look at each other, and I'm like, damn, baby, let me tell you something. He had the most beautiful light brown eyes I have ever seen. And I looked at his teeth, they were so perfect and white. You feel me? And straight. I was like, and his lips was just, you feel me? A fucking masterpiece. And he had a big, chunky donkey nose. Like, I had never, like, looked at him. And I was out wiping his face, looking at him. I'm like, damn. So I go back over there. I'm like, you want to try to eat something? He like, yeah. So I'm giving him some food when I'm feeding it to him and shit. And then his phone ring. He like, can you hand it to me? I'm like, yeah. I give him the phone. He like, hello? Whoever he talking to, he like, I'm at the hospital. I'm at Gardena Memorial. I got hit. He like, my friend brought me to the hospital. Da 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 da. He never said the girl that hit me. So he talking, whoever he talking to, I ain't really paying him no attention. And so I was like, well, I got your car. They said you might get out tomorrow or the next day. I was like, what you want to do? He was like, you good, go ahead. He was like, you could drive my car, have somebody drive your car back to the house. You can ride my car. He like, just give me your number. He like, I'll get at you. He like, I just want to appreciate you, thank you for everything. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm like, you just want me in your car like this? Like, cause he had a nice car. I'm like, he like, I ain't tripping, I ain't worried about it. You ain't gonna do nothing, you good people. I'm like, how you know I'm good people? You just met me. He like, I know people. He like, you good people. So I'm like, okay. So the homegirl like, bitch. Cause this at the time where, nigga had a truck or anything, bitch. He was bumping. But at this time, this nigga had a fucking 2-door Tahoe on motherfucking 24s. So I'm like, okay, you feel me? We finna beat down the block. We finna do what we do. So I leave, but it was feeling weird because I was like genuinely thinking about it. So like maybe 4 hours after I left, it got dark or whatever. I called and somebody picked up the phone, was like, he sleep. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, oh, it's family. You feel me? It's people's coming to see you. Because it wasn't nothing for me to think about. You know what I'm saying? So a couple of days later, he called me. He like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm fine. He like, you gonna come sign my cast? I'm like, you got your cast on? Da, da, da. We talking. He like, yeah. I'm like, well, I stay right here. He like, you stay right where? I tell him, he like, man, my people stay around the corner on Wooty Whoop. And I'm like, I know your people. He like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. He like, oh yeah, you good. I'm like, okay. So he had somebody bring him or whatever. He come get his car. He like, man, good looking, da da da. He like, oh, nigga got gas and all that. Well, I'm like, yeah. So we just, we talking. I was like, thank you. He was like, yeah, so, for my pain and suffering. I'm like, man, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? So then my mama come outside. She like, my mama like, how you doing? He like, you must be her mom. Y'all look just alike. My mama was like, no, she look like me. He was like, you right. She was like, oh, you handsome. He was like, thank you. And then she was like, oh, you just give people your car, you don't know? He like, she good people. My mama told him, boy, you crazy. We laughed about it. So, it was nothing. But he kept being on me like, I ain't playing. Like, you hit me. I'm going to need something for that. I'm like, what you going to need? He like, I'll let you know. I'm like, okay. They go on. You know what I'm talking about? I told Kanani what happened. Kanani is like, I can't believe, bitch, this the second person you to hit. Because, y'all, I did hit somebody else. Yeah, so, yeah, that was the second person. And I just hit 2 people, like, a couple of months ago. Ask Ray them. I was in the group chat with Ray. Bitch, I was pulling out. Bitch, I hit somebody from the back end of the front. Bitch, I ran somebody over. And then went forward and hit the motherfucking front. It ain't funny because everybody was okay, but I'm just saying, yeah, I can drive though. It's crazy. Sometimes, you know, these blackout windows, every car I get blackout windows. And that shit kind of hinder you sometimes. I'm just saying. Alright, but anyway, back to this. So, Kanani like, damn, bitch, you just take a motherfucking hit. I'm like, I know. So, I go to work the next day. I get a phone call. Like, why you ain't text me? Why you ain't call me? I'm like, what you talking about? He like, why you ain't called me? You ain't checked on me? I'm like, oh, well, you know, I figured you was busy. He was like, I told you I needed something from you. I was like, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to reach out. He like, yeah, that's what I meant. I'm like, oh, my bad. He like, what you doing this weekend? I'm like, oh, nothing. I don't think. Why? He like, you want to go somewhere with me? I'm like, go somewhere with you. I'm like, no. He like, yeah, be ready by 7. He like a pack of overnight bag. I'm like, no. He like, yeah, be ready by 7. And so, bitch, now bitch, I'm looking at my little motherfucker, my motherfucking iPhone. Who was it? What type of phone I had? What kind of goddamn phone that was? That motherfucking flip, bitch. Y'all Motorola, bitch. Shut up. Don't talk about me. I looked at it. That motherfucker like, I'ma go, cause I already think he cute. You feel me? And I ain't had no signs of no woman, no girlfriend, no nothing. And at that point, I didn't give a fuck any motherfucking way. Bitch, fuck you, cause that nigga fine. You feel me? So, Shay ended up calling me. Like, what you doing this weekend? I'm like, nothing. She like, oh, me and Boo, we going somewhere. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, me and Terry, we gonna go out. She like, the nigga you hit? I'm like, yeah. And then her dude was like, who? And then she was like, it's some dude, the dude Terry she hit. And he was like, oh, nigga, you the one hit the homie? And I'm like, oh, that's your homeboy? He was like, yeah. He was like, bro, he kept saying the broad. He said, but I didn't know who he was talking about. I was like, yeah, it was me. He was like, God damn. He was like, you that bad you had to run a nigga over about the drink? I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't trying to kill him over no drink. I'm like, stop it. He like, damn, my nigga. He like, hey, we gonna go buy her outfit today. She trying to kill niggas over a goddamn outfit. I'm like, nah. Stop playing. And then I was like, he told me to get ready, so I'm about to get ready. And he was like, oh, all right. I get off the phone with her. I go pack my bag. Maybe 6:58 on the motherfucking nose. That nigga was pulling up. 6:59. That nigga was calling like I'm outside. I'm like, I see you. I tell my mama to bye. She like, I'm like, what you for? She like, I'm like, girl, like, mama just a vibe killer. You feel me? Because you don't got to do the before I'm finna walk out here and get in this nice little truck. You feel me? You just, that's how I was feeling at that time. Like, hell, you feel me? I'm excited to go somewhere. You know how you be excited and somebody just do one little thing and it just kills your vibe, like, ugh, you feel me? So, I get in the truck. He like, damn, you look good. Because let me tell you what I had on. I'll never forget. I had on this T-strap blue little dress that had a split with some sandals and just my purse and my little bag. You feel me? But I was cute. And I had on my pool chain. I had on my pool ring. And it said pool, like name chain. Or whatever, nails done, feet done, you already know. Of course I was smaller, stuff like that. I get in the car. He like, you ready to have fun? I'm like, yeah. We leave. Where we go? I don't even know where we going. We ride. I realized we in Palm Springs. Okay. We pull up to this nice ass house. And then I look, I'm like, I know this purse. I'm like, Shay, She like, bitch. She come from the room down the hall. Like, oh, bitch, we out here together. She like, bitch, I did not know, or whatever. So we out here chilling. She like, I already know the first place you gonna go. I'm like, to the pool. She said, bitch, did he even tell you to pack a bathing suit? I said, bitch, where do I ever go without a bathing suit? Bitch, I will make a pool. You feel me? We will have fun in the tub. Like, the fuck what you talking about? So I'm looking at the house. It's nice. He like, you like it? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, who house is this? He like, this my uncle shit. We get to come out here whenever we want to during the summer. You know, this where we come duck off and have fun at. You know, a few hours out the city. You know, away from everybody. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm talking about? Baby, they put food on the grill. We chilling. And it's a good vibe. And he is just so sweet. Babe, you need anything? You want anything? I'm like, no, I'm okay. He like, anything you need, you want, you need, you good. So the he had kind of got to me at Palm Springs. You know what I'm saying? So my head was hurting. I was like, I'm about to go lay down in the room. I go lay down in the room. AC on. I'm chilling, but, you know, I'll take my clothes off. I go take me a shower because I'm like, damn, why am I feeling like this? So I just lay down. I'm up under the cover. He come in here. He like, you all right? I'm like, I'm just not feeling good. He like, oh, you don't got your clothes on. Like, I'm like, nah, it's okay. Like, you know, I just not feeling good. He like, do you mind? I'm like, what? It's right. I'm laying down, like, looking at him through the door on my stomach. He come around on the side. And I'm just looking like, and he grabbed, like, the back of my neck. And he taking his hand, he flipping over. He like, oh, you kind of warm. He like, the climate change, maybe the heat overwhelming you. You know, whatever. And I was like, yeah, probably. So he was like, you good? And I was like, yeah. He was like, you ain't pregnant, is you? I was like, hell no. I'm like, bro, I'm on Depo. Ain't nothing cracking. Ain't nothing been going on in the last motherfucking couple of years. Like, ain't nothing. You feel me? Because this was before my son, you know, before my kids or anything. So he like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, ain't none of that. I'm like, I ain't even been touched. I ain't fucking with nobody. Da 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 da. We go through the whole little spill. He laughing, cracking jokes, whatever. He come bring me a spray. I drink that shit. He give me 2 pills, Tylenol, something, whatever. I take it. I doze off. I wake up. I go to the bathroom. I take another shower. Put on a different outfit. I'm ready to go now. Now the whole girl like, you up? I'm like, bitch, I feel better. I'm ready to go. Shay like, shit, you ready to get in the pool? She like, it's heated and all that. I'm like, bitch, we in there. Change it to the bed so we get in the pool. We get fucked up. I can't feel the liquor. Y'all know once I get in the pool, it's over. I'm lit. Music playing. It's just us. We having a ball now. They got like 3 more homeboys there with only 1 other girl though. So it's 2 niggas that don't got nobody. So boom, we turned up for about like a good, when I say we get fucked up in an hour, me and Shay probably went through 2 bottles in an hour. So before I knew it, when I got out the water, I was like, oh. So I hurried up with the bathroom, made myself throw up to where I didn't have that spinning sensation. I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. Man, that man came in there and brought me some food. He was like, you straight? I'm like, yeah. I got back up. I got in the shower. Once I got out the shower, I was straight. I was like, oh, I'm good. Like, oh, I'm good. I lay down. As I'm laying there, I doze off. I'm asleep. Now imagine you being asleep. You still around a couple motherfuckers you don't know. You really don't know him like that. And you know I always sleep with something basically either naked or something that ain't really got that. But I knew me and him was going to be in the same bed. It's not an issue. I think he's cutie. And once I looked at him in the hospital, I knew I wanted to fuck him. So it wasn't no turning back from me sleeping with the nigga. Like, I already had it in my mind. I knew I just didn't want to rush it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to rush it with him. Like, I just didn't. So it's just what it was. But I'm asleep. I'm talking about. And I hear him come in. I can hear somebody like, you know, because I'm asleep, but I'm still up. You get what I'm saying? I'm the type that can sleep. I'm the type that'll doze off, but then I wake up mid song singing it. I'm that type. So I can feel him rubbing my foot. Like, I'm like, damn. But I can feel something on my foot. And then I can feel him putting a sock over my foot. Like, and in my mind, I'm like, oh my God. This motherfucker taking care of me. Bitch, is he doing a whole remedy on me, bitch? Oh, bitch. I'm talking, I just laid there. So he turned on the light. He was like, babe. And I was like, huh? He was like, come here. And they got the rubber shit on my chest. He like, you feel better? He like, you feeling better? I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling better. He like, I don't want you to wake up with no hangover or no headache or having no cold or nothing. He like, I'm gonna just do this on you and you'll be okay. I'm like, nah, babe. You know, he like, yeah, I got you. I'm like, okay. Baby. When I say he rubbed me down, he rubbed me down. He rubbed me the fuck down. I'm like, damn. You get what I'm saying? It happened. But a bitch smelling like ointments and shit. So ain't no getting nothing. But then he laid like the one little thick little cover. You know, he turned the fan over. He like, cause I know you want your air on you. And then he just greatly, you know, just placed his hand on my thigh and let me know, like, he like, just grab my hand if you need anything. Oh, bitch, here we go sleep. Oh, bitch. My motherfucking thighs was like this. If you're a grown woman and you ain't gotta do this, you know, we do this with our legs and we can have the same effect as this. I was like, without that nigga even, you feel me? Like, oh, like this sensation. I swear to God, just him just like caressing the side of my thigh, my ass, like it just coming back up consistently. Like, you know how some niggas rub on you and 2 seconds later they stop? Nah, baby, he kept moving. So I'm just, you know, I'm laying there and keep rubbing like. But I ain't trying to be a, you know. And thank God that I got so stimulated that I could grip my shit and just, you know, and get off because, girl, I would have hopped in the shower and tried to jump on it and, you know, all that. You know, I'd have been doing too much. So that, you know, it didn't go like that. So the next day, I wake up, I jump in the shower, put me on my little outfit. I feel good. He like, you feel good? I'm like, yeah. He like, y'all want to go to the outlets? We like, yeah. We go to the outlets. The 2 dudes who didn't have nobody. Now, the 3rd girl that was there, let me talk about her. The 3rd girl that was there. I'll tell you about this bitch. So, this bitch name was Marcia, right? Marcia had an attitude problem. Marcia want to do everything everybody else do. Marcia, let me explain. So, you know, they get up in the morning. He like, you want me to cook breakfast or whatever? And I was like, he was like, you want to go somewhere? I'm like, yeah. Marcia like, I don't want to go nowhere. I looked at him. He looked back at me. I was like, oh, that's my cue. I was like, wherever your nigga take you, you know, that's fine. I ain't think we was talking to you. She was like, oh, I just thought we was doing everything together. I was like, no, we ain't doing everything together. Then she was like, oh, my bad. And I looked back at him and he was like, and I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. That's baby that took care of me and rubbed all this shit on my feet and all this on my body. Oh, he's everything. Like, I'm already smitten. So I'm talking to Shay like, what this bitch want to do? I'm like, exactly, bitch. Like, this bitch just don't know. You know what I'm talking about? So he was like, chill out. Like, don't even worry about that. And I was like, alright. He was like, trust me, chill out. And he always tell me everything that go on happen for a reason. Nothing never happens for nothing. He was like, everything means something. And I was like, okay, I ain't trip off of it. So we go to the outlets. By the time we go to the outlets and shit, you know, it's lunchtime. We go shopping. We have a good time. I love the outlets. You know what I'm talking about? So me and Shay on our, and you know, on our city girl shit. You know, if that's what y'all want to call it. You know, but we was. I ain't even gonna go there. But anyway, we was on our shit. So, you know, Marisol, whatever the fuck her name is. You know, Esmeralda, whatever the fuck, cause this bitch, every store we went in. You ever been around somebody that try to be more like, I don't know, like I don't like when other people try to act the way they think we go act. I don't talk loud in the stuff. I don't do all that. And it ain't cause I'm black and I don't want to go with the stereotype. It's just unnecessary. Cause bitch, I'll get with you whenever. But it's certain shit just unnecessary, right? So clearly we can tell like, oh, you mad? Your nigga paper ain't as long as these two niggas. You feel me? So, but she playing it off. I know a bitch who really don't want to ask for something because she used to hear no. Because a bitch will start saying like, I don't even like stuff in here like that. I don't even fuck with this type of stuff. If you don't like it and you don't deal with it, you just like, oh, you know, I don't trip off this. I don't care for this store. But you being extra and want everybody to know like, oh, I could get something out of here, but I don't fuck. No, you can't. And the nigga you fuck with don't make you feel comfortable enough to ask. I can see straight through this. He buy you little stuff to try to compete with them and what they do for the bitches they fuck with. I totally see what's going on here. I had already peeped the situation, right? So now we get back to the house. They do like a little fire pit outside. You know, we having a good time. We talking. I go in there. When I go back in the room, I'm like, damn, bath water ran and all that. He like, yeah, that's for us. I'm like, for us? He like, yeah, that's for us. I'm like, oh, okay. I go in there, I get in the tub, and they can bring me a glass of wine. I'm like, oh. And in my mind, when he brought me that glass of wine, it was sweet. But you know what I was thinking? I hope he brought the whole bottle. Right then and there, that nigga said, you ain't gotta worry. Look on the other side of the tub. Bitch, it was the bottle of wine. Cause don't just come with one cup. Don't do it. But he had the bottle of wine, bitch. So this how much I love y'all. Y'all say I'm doing a goddamn story with a whole snap tab. So he got the wine or whatever. So we sitting there chilling. He don't smoke. Bitch, he done rolled me like 5 blunts. I'm sitting there with a blunt in my hand with the wine. And the tub is big enough to where my legs is like wrapped around him. His back is linked up against one side. My back is linked up against the other side. And he just rubbing the nigga body. And you know, he rubbed me from my foot up, down. I'm like, oh. And I am just chilling. He said, get out the tub. Okay. We go to the shower, rinse off, get in the bed. I'm like, oh shit, you know, because now I see what he's working with. And I'm like, oh. It ain't, you know, he wasn't no, be real now. He wasn't no 11, 12 or no big humongous shit like that. But he was like that perfect, that 9.5, like his shit. And it just went with his body, you know, it just, and it was big. You feel me? Laid on that bed. And I closed my eyes. Oh. And that man stuck his whole face. When I I say that man stuck his whole face. Oh my god. That man stuck his face there, and baby, I ain't know how to act. I mean, he had my ass propped up like a fucking dinner plate. It pulled me. It locked me in. It was like, don't move. I'm talking about, and when I, he was like, oh, I love the way it tastes. You already know the chill bumps come every time. Every time. Oh, 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 oh. You know me, I'm ready. I don't know, I got you. I got you. So now it's time to hit him with the, yeah, you feel me? And but I was like, I know him. He's a slower. So let me go gently and softly and that man was like, if you get me off like this, we gonna go all night. I'm like, I'm satisfied at this point without it even being entered into me. So, fucking, what is you talking about? You fucking with the goat around here. The Lord ain't make my teeth small and give me an underbite for nothing. That's why they push back so I can go, Lord, my bad, I didn't even put you in there. I'm sorry. I'm just saying though, you know. Baby, he, oh. And then, you know, I'm trying to catch it. He like, I want it right here. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, why you didn't let me catch it? Because, bitch, I said, hey, you gotta catch it. You hear me? You know? And he was like, Hey, lift me up. Kiss me down in the mouth. Spin me around. Bend me over. I said, oh. Oh. Come back for part 2.